in one of her sessions, Miss Angela Searcy. And this is a little bit of background, BA, MS in English, secondary education with teacher certification, MS degree in early childhood development from Erickson Institute, specialized in infant studies, diversifying in higher education. We are infant and toddler specialists. That's what we do. That's what you do. I don't. Former associate at the Neuropsychology Diagnostic Center, which is pretty cool. And then fellow currently at RBC University, including her Doctor of Education program soon. I just say soon. Why don't we give her a round of applause? Ms. Angela Searcy.
Thank you. All right. I'm so excited to be here with you guys today. Thanks for coming out to see me on a Saturday. All right. And just in case you had any questions, it's a nice short keynote. But if you want to contact me later, if you have something you want to know more about, you have my email right here. And you also have my phone number. I go to bed at 9, so feel free to call or shoot me an email. I also have an internet radio show that comes on Saturday mornings. Today's a rerun. So, if you like what you hear today, feel free to check it out on the internet. All right. Well, I'm really excited to be here, and I just want to share with you all my journey in the day of a life of an early intervention provider. And if something resonates with you, kind of snap your fingers and know if you're with me in between eating, and kind of start out with that. All right. So the first thing is that you get dressed. We love early childhood. It's the only place I feel comfortable in my mom jeans. And as you know, I love being on the floor. Anybody else feel most comfortable on the floor? So my jeans are a little bit worn out on the knees, a little bit of Play-Doh kind of ground in or thing, but we love it, right? We love that we can walk around like that and everybody is fine with it. Right? All right. Then, right, what do we do next is that we get into our neatly organized office, otherwise known as our car, correct? All right, and I don't know if anybody else's, that's the way mine looks. All right, and then I look at my gas tank, see my husband has filled it up for me, and I fight the urge to say, yay, good job. All right, next on my journey, I arrive at this house. Has anyone else gone to this house? Oh gosh, I hear snaps, okay. Right. And as I walk through the door, the family's so excited. There's like, oh, our daughter, she's so frantically cleaning up for you. Can you see, do you notice how she cleaned up? In anticipation of your arrival, you're her favorite therapist. You're the only one that she listens to. So then then I remind myself of why I come to this lovely house every day. She got so excited. There's a little picture of you that is a picture of me that's on their calendar. And she's like, all of us coming. All of us coming. All right? So as I kind of first you have your reaction, then you kind of relax, sit down, spread out your blanket, right, to make it conducive for therapy. And then I think about the family's strength. And then I remember they're here today. That's the first thing. They're here. I don't know if any of you have ever had appointments where you're in front of the house and you're like, no one's answering. And they're like, well, we've moved. And you're okay. So the first thing is I start thinking about their strength. And they're here. They're here with me. Can you guys kind of take a look? Do you see any more strength with this family? What do you see?
Little guys hugging dad in the back.
Yes. Yes, so a strong relationship. There's a father figure in the family. Great.
Looks like he's going to work.
Yeah, he has like a little dad's working. That's the strength. Good. Anybody else?
Mom's relaxing.
The mom's relaxing. That's always a strength.
Well, Pop, you said strength, so I didn't point out the...
That is a strength. Yes.
looks like they have food to eat.
They do. They have food to eat, and you know what?
Veggies.
Yeah, they have fruit. They even have healthy food to eat, right? That's a strength. Yeah.
That may be a puzzle next to the ones on the floor.
I think it's a puzzle as well.
Maybe
So,
a
yeah.
Dunkin'
Either that or Dunkin' Donuts. Either one could be a plus. Right? Any other strengths that you see? Anything else? I see two parents in the household. That's a strength. I see that they have books scattered all around, but they have books there. That's a strength. They have a little skateboard, so the child is moving and interactive. So just a reminder is that we want to look towards, when we go into houses that look like this, and look at the family strengths. Because then we have something to build on when we think about their strengths. I know that sometimes in our job we kind of think about how we're going to focus on fixing, right? On fixing things, but doesn't that sometimes feel a little overwhelming? You know, like it's a never-ending battle. So also thinking about how you can build on their strengths. And then talking to the family, well, you do this. I'm wondering how you can apply it to this. And some of you are nodding. So, yes, strength-based is wonderful. All right, so next, the mom asked if I mind if she goes to take a shower while I play with her child. So I feel frustrated because I'm not there necessarily to play with her child. I'm there to do therapy and teach new skills, and I'm there for the whole family. So I want the family to be engaged and involved. So I pull out my handy-dandy cranky lotion. So I kind of calm myself down as I rub on my cranky lotion. Kind of think of my, you guys are stars, so think of my star, which is smile, take a deep breath, and relax. And then I think, well, gosh, I think of the mom's perspective. Maybe this child is so challenging that she hasn't had a chance to take a shower, that she's so overwhelmed. So I tell her, you know, after I take my cranky lotion and take my deep breaths, I ask Mom if she can come back in 15 minutes. In 15 minutes, after she's refreshed and had her shower, then we can collaborate and play together. And I have something great that I'm going to show her that her child has learned to get her really excited about coming back to therapy. So I remind myself that we kind of are the ones that establish, right, the routine of a therapy session. So when I have this is not the only time I have my stressful thoughts. So even though, you know, sometimes I have thoughts such as, I wonder if Walmart's hiring. I try to reframe those negative feelings into something positive. So can somebody reframe this? Something positive. Oh. Anything? Any ideas? Think about. Yes. Oh, that's good. I can make a difference in this child's life, right? Okay. Anybody else? Another one? Calming, reframing. Thank you.
It's going to be a fun day.
It's going to be a fun day. It already started out pretty interesting. Right? All right. So my calming thought. I would really miss working with young children. I'm just feeling a little undervalued right now. I need to seek support from my peers and my supervisor. Okay? How about this family's crazy? Any calming thought? Reframe.
Family is very energetic and unique.
Oh, she's good. That was a good one. All right, high five. All right, any other ones? Oh, yeah, let's
Go through the strengths that got in your head.
Yeah, they're here.
Yeah.
All right, another high five in the air. All right, so keep remembering to reframe. So having this family on my caseload is going to be a wonderful professional development experience. So calming, refreshing thoughts. Reframing. So constantly think about ways that help you. I always have, you know, like my little cranky lotion or cranky cologne, which is water and some like vanilla extract. So what ways do you have ways that help you reframe and stay positive? Anybody want to share something?
I listen to music in the car between kids.
Oh, yes. going, right? Certain songs, right? Good one. Somebody else, another way that they reframe and stay positive. Good? Oh, yeah.
Sometimes I just try to realize that in that crazy family piece, I may be the only calming factor in either that child or the parent's day.
Wow.
And so I try to rise to that occasion.
Okay.
Like that.
Yes. We're always doing that. Great. Some good things. High fives to both of you. So thinking about how we reframe throughout the day, even though we're stressful. You can write down stressful things and then throw them away. So you can write down, oh my gosh, I can't believe, and then kind of like throw it in the garbage, kind of like let go of it. I think it's important for us to get some of those stressful thoughts out, right? Sometimes I think, anybody ever feel guilty? Right? You're nodding, you feel a little guilty, like, oh geez, here we go. You know, you feel a little bit guilty as you go in. But it's good to get those thoughts out and just kind of let them go. It helps our mental health. One thing, I travel a lot, and what do they say when you're on the plane, right, and they're doing the safety, right, before you can help someone else, what do you have to do? Help yourself. Yes, put your own mask on. So don't forget to put your own mask on. Talk to each other. At one site, it was a site that was, everyone came to that location. It was hidden, mind you, that they had that as a bulletin board. So people would come by and write down, I can't believe this happened, and then somebody would come by and write a calming thought to help them reframe. It kind of keeps you motivated, right?
I mean, I think we really have to think about, you know, we say this family is crazy. Well, this family has to go through this every single day. You know, they can't help their child, you know, being like overly active. We're in there just 1 hour, and if we're thinking it's crazy, I can't believe how much the mom is like stressed and figuring this out. So I think we need to regroup ourselves as well and think of, you know what, they're dealing with this 24/7. We're only in there 1 day a week, or 1 hour a week, or 2 hours a week, or even once a month. You know, what can we do to really help them? Because their life isn't as crazy as theirs is. You know, so what can we do to help them to be, you know, the ray of sunshine that we can to be in this house, and, you know, how can we help them, basically?
And we're also, that's such a good point, Malin, and it's also, we're at a different level of emotion. As part of my bio, me and my husband have 4 children, 9 to 18, and my oldest child has special needs. And sometimes it's draining that you're like going through this, your level of emotion is so different. What they call a difference between wisdom and knowledge?
Yes.
And right, wisdom means that you've been through it. It's one thing to have knowledge. It's another thing to have wisdom. So sometimes just kind of remembering like, wow, I have a lot of knowledge, but I'm not sure if I know the wisdom piece of what it feels like to just go through it.
You know, the family is crazy piece is always funny to me because I think as adults we overestimate other adults. Like especially if they have small children, it's their first time having small children. I'm always trying to, you know, baby starts to speak for a reason. Because when you're a parent, you know about this much.
Right. I love that.
And as they grow, you grow and you learn different things too. And like you said, we're at a different emotional level. So, you know, they're tantruming there too. It's normal. You know, it's like parents like losing their mind, like, oh my God, they want the hanging over. No, they're not supposed to. They're 2 and you've been there 3 hours.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
but as a parent, they're 2 years old.
Yeah.
They don't know any better than that. Did you had a baby that young? I didn't.
Right.
So
Yeah.
you'll constantly put that family is crazy. No, that family is too.
Right.
And reframing it like, okay, well, this is normal for them.
Right. It's true. It's
You know,
true.
so they take that judgment piece out.
I love that. Okay, so she gets a kiss. Kiss your brain. So yeah, remembering to stay objective, take our judgments out, you know, because yeah, it's tough. It's tough work. It's tough work. Yeah, so good stuff, you guys. All right. So next, the baby and his siblings start to run around the house. All right. And then again, I had to take my deep breaths and kind of do my crazy spray. And then I remember that that's okay. And I do need reminders, right? I know some of you have been doing this for years, and occasionally I just need those reminders. You talk to another therapist, and they're like, I keep running around. And the reminder is, the IFSC goal is not to make this little girl sick. And right, yeah, it's a sensory break. So then, yes, snap, snap, yes, good snap. So then special games for my siblings, right? And to remember the siblings are a part of the family. So I remember I had one therapist, and he's just like, well, the siblings, I don't need to bring anything for them. And I was like, it's an IFSP. That's why we're here. We're here for the whole family. Maybe there's some activities that the siblings could teach the child. And children have a wonderful way of teaching each other things that's only a way that children can understand. So maybe I can get the siblings involved. So I have my little sibling bag, and I tell them, you guys are going to join us later. You guys, this is so exciting. And there's just a few things that the siblings wouldn't normally see, so they get excited about it. And then I remember for the little girl, I'm not teaching her how to sit. And this is true. I called a friend of mine, a colleague, and I was so frustrated, and she said just that. Angela, you're not teaching that. What is the goal that you want? So then I remind myself that, well, activity levels continuously rise. Rise continuously. That young children are like a lantern, and they focus on everything, and that it's up to me to be the flashlight. And then I'm going to focus, I'm going to help this child. How can I help this child to get focused, right, to our session together and our time together? And that comes from me. Well, I have to adjust. So just that reminder about that, okay? And then just thinking even about brain development. Now, you guys have heard that I worked at a neuropsychology diagnostic center. You knew it was coming, right, about the brain. And that I kind of remember a little bit about brain development, okay? And I need reminders myself, because it's hard work, isn't it? Turn to the person next to you and say, this is hard work. Hard work. All right. So I'm constantly reminding myself, and one thing I have to remember is that attention for very young children actually is activated by the brainstem, right? It kind of covers your heart, your heart rate, your breathing, but also your arousal. And for very young children, we're talking about the development of the lower brain. So we don't really have the goal-oriented attention that right here in the frontal lobe that you guys hopefully have today. I'll listen to Angela, because my boss is here. Right? Very goal-oriented. Right? They're kind of right here. Right? Touch the nape of your neck. And they're excited and aroused by sensory and motor experiences. So does that tell me a reminder? You guys have heard that a million times, sensory and motor experiences, right? So it just reminds me of what I need to do. Of course, I have emotional reactions, but then I take a deep breath to get to my professional action. I remember that the cerebellum, which is right here, don't be scared by the word, y'all. You heard of cerebellum? Okay. You can say Beyonce. You can say cerebellum, right? Yes. All right. And I remember the cerebellum that governs your movement and balance. Well, actually, the word cerebellum, translated from Latin, means small brain. It holds about half of the brain's neurons, and it's massively connected to areas of the brain that deal with learning, memory, and attention. So movement is the essence of learning, right? And so I don't have to worry about putting her in a high chair. I don't have to worry about her sitting still. I'm going to move with her, right, guys? And then I think even here.
There's a laser pointer.
Oh, very good. Oh, gosh. I'll just press here.
Yeah.
At the top. Okay. All right.
The red one.
Okay. Thank you.
No problem.
So I remember right here, if you all look at the motor cortex, it's kind of shaded in the sensory cortex. It's like kind of like the outside of the brain. That's your corpus callosum. It's like the left and right hemispheres. And again, I remember that right here, you can actually pass information with a few systems. You can pass information from the left to right hemisphere. So I remember that movement sensory helps organize the brain from bottom to top to left to right, and that's what I need to go for. That's what I do. Okay? So it kind of gives me a reminder of everything that I learned. All right. So next, I pull out my box. And I attach these, stockings to it. And what can I teach this little baby with this box and these stockings? You guys tell me, what goals can I meet? Crawling, so motor. Tell me more.
Reaching.
Reaching, and I could do some language. Poo, right? Okay, what else? Tell me more. There's tons.
A lot of visual.
Yes, visual. We could do colors. I could tell her to touch a color, pull a Yes. So my parents knew to save the boxes. They knew to save those for me. So just a reminder that we're just going to play together, right? I also get information from families. So the family just complained last week when we were talking. They're like, she just pulled all the Kleenex out the Kleenex box. I couldn't find her, and she was pulling Kleenex out the Kleenex box. That's a therapy activity. I already know she loves it. So now I can go to Target or Target, whichever you prefer to call it. I can get one of these little, holders, and I can put my fabrics in here that have different textures. I can add smells to them with vanilla extract and peppermint, orange. We can talk about it. She can pull, and maybe she might sit for a minute. That might help me out a little bit. I was getting tired of calling after her. Right? So now information from the parents is so critical. Something they saw as a negative, well, that's a therapy activity. And maybe I can translate that activity to something they have in their house. Natural environment is the place, right? The location. But it's also with the people that the child loves every day. That parent might feel more comfortable replicating. And hey, this is an easy thing to leave at that house. Right? Snacks. I love snacks. So thinking about, sometimes I bring in my suitcase of toys, but what's in an actual environment that the family can replicate and do therapy every single day? Yeah, good stuff. All right, so Mom finally comes to a therapy session after her shower. All right, and I try to remember, anybody has a mom who kind of gives them advice and they don't really want it, right? I try not to be the mom who just kind of tells her what to do, right? And I try to remember that the parent is the expert on their child. So I'm not telling her what to do. I told that mother she needs to know, right? Right? I'm actually going to remember to empower this mind. So I'm going to ask her questions. Like, what do you think your child is learning? Instead of telling her what her child is learning, right? I'm going to get in a conversation with her. I'm going to try to make objective observations. She's stacking blocks! What have you noticed? What do you think about that? Well, I think it's just playing with blocks. Oh, can I share with you? I always ask permission before I share something. I don't do the mom advice. I wouldn't ask first. Right? Hey, mom just gives you advice and you don't want it. Right? So I ask, if you don't mind, could I share with you how much she's learning by stacking blocks? What is she gaining and what that will lead to when she goes to school? So, and then I try to match, which I showed a little bit earlier, I match activities the family might lead. So how could you do this activity when I leave? I could definitely say that I feel stressed as a parent when I go to like a meeting and, I remember I told you my son has special needs and they were like, oh, and at home you could do this, and this, and I'm sitting there and I just feel smaller and smaller. Snaps! as they keep talking about all that I should do. But if it was matched to my routine, like how do you spend time with your son? What do you do together? Maybe you can fit the activity to what they're already doing. To make it fit better. Okay? So just a reminder that sometimes when parents don't follow through, they have to be reflective. They don't follow through on our instruction, then we got to look back at the instruction itself and think about how we can adapt, right? Okay. Oh, louder snap, louder. All right, thank you. So then I pull out my activity skills matrix that's in my bag. And then we start talking about the routines this family has throughout the day. And then we kind of check off where we think that child could learn that new skill with the family. And then the routines are matched to the family's daily activities. Okay. So, at the end of the day, I remember exceptional kids deserve exceptional therapists. All right, we just have a couple of minutes, right, for questions. So any questions that you guys have for me? oh, this sounds like a great therapy activity. And then some of you are nodding that we could cook together. We might make Play-Doh. So I try to do a mix, and I try to know what the family. There's some toys that are kind of my favorites. You guys have some favorites that you like. And you kind of want to bring it in, but I don't bring the suitcase anymore. And I try to bring in a small. If I do bring in a bag, it's small. And I try to fit things. So I have to say, honestly, I probably do a mix of both. Where I may bring in something that's kind of my favorite toy, guys. Okay, I admit it. And then I try to look at the family routines. You could do a million activities with, what is that? Oh my gosh, the laundry basket. Yeah, laundry basket and some socks. You just can do a million of them. All right, you can push the laundry basket, you can get in it, or the blanket ride. Okay, I can't tell you how many times I've taught children just to speak, to ask for more blanket rides. So, and somebody has to help me with that blanket. So, I think just like a mix of those things is good. All right. We'll do maybe one more question. Is there any more ideas?
I just want to say thank you. How about a round of applause?